What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to a video here. Why everyone plays the Murometz nowadays. All of a sudden everyone started running the Murometz out of nowhere, and I tested it myself a little and I found out why, okay? So we're having a little compilation here where I just delete the battlefield again with the Murometz from high above and show you how and why the Murometz is becoming such an incredible beast, okay? So are you ready for it? Then let's go for it. But first, welcome to Mech Arena, the perfect shooter for your Android and iOS devices with fast-paced battles where you can play 2 or 3 matches within 10 minutes. Tight maps for intense gameplay guaranteed. So use that QR code here on screen, the links down below to get the game for free now. You can see me using the Shadow robot here with shotguns and the stealth ability. With that I can be in the middle of the action and still survive, and that is exactly what I want to show you today here. Super fast robots like the Shadow or Killshot that underline the quick action you have in the game with their unique playstyles. Here we are on Team Deathmatch with the timer running out on our draw. I need 1 fast kill to win, and this is where I come in with my stealthy shotguns. Bye bye Arachnos and hello victory! And you can also see those small tight maps here that incentivize the action-packed games from start to finish in 5 minutes, right? And it's not a fast reflex shooter though. You can see those shotguns that I'm using right here, they basically hit everything in a certain range and arc in front of me. So it works really smooth, but it doesn't feel slow. Mech Arena has special Easter and Golden Week events coming this month, and all you gotta do is take part in it to get your hands on new weapons and skins and more. This game is completely free to play on Android and iOS, so use my QR code here on screen or the links down below to kickstart your play with a starter pack worth $45, a mil-spec skin, 500 A coins and 70,000 credits, and then come fight me in the game under the name Just the Money. Alright, so here we are in the gameplay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Team Deathmatch, the Murometz is on the field, and we have the Crate and Basilisk on it. It's a tremendous amount of firepower, very accurately at up to 500 meters range with added corrosion damage, so you can even attack hawks or sirens in the air and still do a tremendous damage to them. You see this guy right there, he's got cloaking unit, or quantum sensor, yeah, that's the name. And look, even though I only have a few seconds of time before I fall, look how much damage I was able to do to him. I flew out of his quantum sensor range, 350 meters, and then he could no longer target me, and I was able to shoot him back from stealth. The fact that this Titan has stealth makes all the difference. Of course, very dangerous to you would be a hawk with quantum radar. Obviously, right? And some people are running this because of all the Murometzes now. There haven't really been too many hawks with quantum radar before, but ever since everybody's starting running Murometz now, you see a lot of hawks and other things with quantum radar too, so they can attack them in the air and do a lot of damage. Very dangerous. But the strength of this thing is mostly against Titans, because a Titan normally does not have quantum sensor or quantum radar. Few Titans have it. Most people want to have double anti-control, because they want to be able to, you know, see and be unlockable and unsuppressible. It's more important, and therefore, there's maybe only 1 Titan that can have double anti-control and still have a quantum sensor, I think. Most Titans can't have that, right? Here, by the way, with the double basilisks, 2 heavy alpha weapons, you can also breeze through last stands. They die immediately with their last stand up, because it doesn't really matter much and it doesn't work. We have the ability charges here that we can do. Oh man, I'm getting hit from the right side, from a blitz. A blitz is really doing it. Boom! That was a last stand right there, and it went away like nothing. This guy can't even hit me. Whoop, he's gone. Also, another really insane advantage that the Murometz has, that I'm sure some of you are not familiar with, is the fact that it's the smallest Titan, basically. It has the smallest silhouette, and it can hide behind cover, behind positions where other Titans cannot hide behind. And a good example is the Nodens, for example. The Nodens is a relatively small Titan in appearance. Look at this guy. This was so bad. But even though the Nodens hides behind cover and you only see a small portion of him, you can still hit that part and deal damage. And the Murometz, you can't do it. You will hit the wall instead. It's very good. Here, look what I did with this poor hawk. I just launched the Blackout ability here at the Ravana, and it has a large radius, so it blacks out. Or no, I swapped over to him, and that's why it blacked out him. And now he can't use his flight, right? He can't start to use his flight ability, and then his last stand is not going to work, and he just got completely deleted from the game, and he couldn't do anything. I was lucky. I was starting my Blackout at the Ravana, then I noticed the Hawk, I swapped over to the Hawk, and the Hawk got the Blackout then. And therefore, the Hawk couldn't launch his flight and he got completely deleted. It's so sick. 9 million damage, 10 kills, and that was pretty much only the Murometz. Let me just show you what I do to this poor Nodens right here, man. He's starting to fire, so I get back in cover and fire at this target for a second, because I don't want to take the whole alpha salvo of this Murometz with his rocket launchers, because they actually do a lot of damage. When they fully unload on you, that is a lot of damage they do. So we're flying up, we're deleting that, what's it called here, Luchador down there, boop. And then swapping over to the Nodens here, you see it again, another Titan. The Murometz would probably be in cover right now, and you would probably hit the wall in front of the Murometz most of the time. Maybe not with every shot, but with many shots. The Nodens, although half in cover, takes every single shot. And it's weird that the hitbox of the Nodens is aimed at so high up that the auto-aim for targets or for robots is so high that they always hit the Nodens. And this is something that the Murometz doesn't really have as a problem. Now let me show you how we just single-handedly or easily take apart this Arthur right there in the next few seconds, okay? I'm just gonna reload my weapons. It's the only problem about Crate and Basilisk. All that reloading you're doing the whole time. Now the Titan is coming over here, this Arthur, and I don't know what he was thinking, but that was a really bad idea. Look, I can fly up here and I can shoot over his shield and completely ruin that Arthur. He got absolutely no chance whatsoever. It's insane. And the problem was he came too close to me. If he had stayed further away, I could not have bypassed his shield from shooting above, you know? But he came all this way over there and basically allowed me to do this. And then he didn't even have the quantum sensor, so he could basically kill me and counter me in the air. He couldn't even do that. That other Murometz had his flight, he got deleted super quick. This guy's going down. These weapons are so accurate. Crate and Basilisk, I remember when they were implemented, ladies and gentlemen, they were so bad nobody wanted to run them. But the accuracy is really good. I think they also improved the ammo capacity a little bit. It doesn't quite empty that fast. And the damage output is actually rather good. I'm starting into my flight here, because this guy went into his Hawk laser ability. And if there's one thing when I'm in a Titan I do not want to have is a Hawk laser on me. Because those things deal so much additional damage against Titans, it's insane. You really don't want a Hawk against you. So this guy, let's finish him off. Boop. Living legend. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, ladies and gentlemen. If you like the content, by the way, and you haven't hit subscribe to the channel, consider subscribing. I would really love that. Here, by the way, we're also testing the machine guns, because the machine guns have technically higher damage output in their drum. When you unload an entire Vengeance on the enemy, you'll do more damage than if you unload the entire Basilisk, right? And I also think that the Retaliator, the small machine guns, doing more damage altogether than the Crate does. But the accuracy is the problem. You do not hit as accurately with all your shots as you would with the Basilisk and Crate, and it also takes you a longer time to empty these weapons, not just because they fire longer, but also because they have this acceleration. They start slow, and then they ramp up, bum 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 bum, and that's when they do the full damage output, you know? But in order to get to this full damage output, you have to basically spend a few extra seconds, and that is also the time it takes for you to be able to, you know, to shoot so much longer, but really not doing the full damage. So it's an advantage that the Crate and Basilisk has. Here, look at that Luchador. He's getting completely deleted, man. That whole guy got completely deleted in a few seconds. It's so crazy. The Murometz is such a monster, especially against the Luchadors, and I think this is why we're seeing so many Murometzes now. What is the plural of Murometz? One Murometz, two Murometzes. Two Murometzai? What's the plural? No one knows. But it doesn't matter. Let's just delete that Fenrir right there. Look how... Oh, gosh. And we only depleted half the ammo. So this is where the machine guns are really doing their best job. Is they have this tremendous damage output in their clip. If you are close enough to hit accurately, and if you don't have a problem with constantly re-accelerating the weapons in between, because you can just keep firing like we did right there, it's completely nuts. Look, that guy, boop, gone. And then let's swap over to this Titan here. these machine guns are gonna delete him real fast. Over to the Hawk, I just keep my accelerated firing state. His last stand isn't gonna work. Boom, killed. Next guy. Let's keep the fire going. Bum 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 bum. His last stand doesn't work. It's insane. The Murometz is such a monster. When did that ever happen? Right? When did it happen? People weren't running their Murometz before, and now everyone does. I think it's because of the luchadors, and maybe also Minos. They have this insane attack mode with their jump or with their running ability. You need something to counter them, and that is the stealth. The stealth ability allows you to counter them. Also, Cinder is so popular now on Titans, the area effect weapon, you know. And in order to not get hit by those, all you do is do that. You fly up, and then it's very hard, next to impossible, to hit the Murometz in the air. By the way, this was only half the video. Yes, I've actually recorded so much gameplay with this that you can still enjoy another, what is it? Another 8 minutes of pure carnage here with the Murometz doing its thing. We're back to the Basilisk and Crate, by the way. So, yeah, let's just keep deleting things. One thing I just really hate, that's this. This is the thing that drives me nuts. Pixonic, could you please do something about it? A tiny little robot the size of your foot is causing problems because he's getting so close to you that your weapons are literally shooting on the ground and can't hit him. You know, like, what are my weapons doing? What is that? They're not even aiming at him. And they know that. They know that. And that's why they face hug you. It doesn't make sense, though, because you're a large Titan. And as a large Titan, if a tiny little mini robot is stupid enough to get so close to you, you know what you should do? You should stump the guy. You should just step on him and squish him. So I think there should be damage by Titans against regular robots when the regular robots come too close, and you just deal damage to them by walking into them, right? That would solve the problem. It makes no sense that a tiny little mini robot feels more comfortable standing under your legs, and somehow your weapon systems are now worthless on that huge Titan. When in reality, all you need to do is just step forward and squish the guy, you know? It just makes no sense. Pixonic, I think that would be a good suggestion, because I see that more and more often, and it's really annoying, and it's so illogical, too. It's like... Also, look, why was my Murometz able to fire over this cover? Look, it's also a really weird thing. The Murometz is so good. It has so many good abilities on it. Other Titans would be firing into the wall or whatever. Or, you know, well, they are larger, so they would probably be able to fire over it. But if they had a cover this way above them, then they would not be able to reach above. But the Murometz does. It's this cheater Titan. So we should call him the cheater. Here comes the enemy Ao Ming. I was eyeballing him that entire time, just waiting for him to fly up, and here he does, and now he gets completely... The Murometz is the only Titan that can just delete other Titans without taking any damage back. You just go in there and you just rock the sucker, and there's nothing he can do. You just rock him down. It's crazy. Because of that stealth. The only thing that would work against it is quantum radar or quantum sensor. Here, again. Here, look. Again with the walking into me. Thankfully, I was walking backwards. I was able to get him. But very often, that does not work. So, Murometz, show me what you've got. Come on. We've got the stealth ability ready. I'm blackouting here. What's even the word, the ability called? Is it called Blackout? Nah, it's probably something else. It has a specific name. I never know what it is. But you all know what I mean when I say Blackout, right? It's even a mass Blackout because everybody gets Blackout and who's there. And that is also the reason why you can kill luchadors so easily. I haven't been able to show this much in this video, but if there's a one-on-one versus a luchador and a Murometz, all you need to do... I did it here. This guy right now, he can't use his reflector because I see him, and I already launched the Blackout ability on him. He gets hit by the Blackout, and now he can't use his reflector. And because he can't use his reflector, he's taking all that damage to the face, and then he dies. At the end, the reflector comes back up. The only reason it took me so long is because I was still reloading. But without that reload, I would have basically just killed him and his reflector would have been offline. And this is how you kill Murometz and Minos and all those Titans. You hit them with a Blackout and fly up. And now their abilities are deactivated. They cannot use their reflector. And then they just get completely deleted in those 5-6 seconds while you're in the air in stealth, and you just kill him. What is that right there? Again, I blackouted this guy, so this Fenrir or Fafnir can't use his flight ability and shield, and he's done. That's it. It's all because of the Blackout. Normally, he would have started to fly and activated that purple shield. Doesn't work, though, when you have that annoying Blackout happen to you. So, swapping over to the next flight ability. Here we go, Blackouting. That is a Hawk right there. He gets Blackouted too, and boop. Same problem for him. He can't get into his flight because I got him Blackouted. And I noticed him before. When I landed before, I noticed there was a Hawk, and he even had Quantum Radar. So that was the super dangerous Quantum Radar Hawk that I meant before. Yeah, thankfully, I was able to get rid of him. So, we have a Harpy flying up, and here it is again. Look, there's nothing I can do. Unless he goes too far away, then I can do something. But if he walks into me, I think you'll see that in a few minutes. He's gonna jump on me again, and then I show you what I mean. I can't do anything about it. Yeah, he's also quantum radaring, quantum sensoring, quantum whatevering. So giving myself a shield, Scorpion comes back any moment now, and then you'll see what happens, right? You'll see what I mean. And this is where normally a large Titan should just be able to jump on the guy. Here, he knows exactly what he's got to do. He just has to walk right into me, and I'm firing. I'm firing with everything I've got right there, but I barely hit the guy because he's so close. Yeah. So that's a bit of a problem, but that's something not only the Murometz has. Most of the Titans actually have this problem. Is there a Titan that doesn't? The Minos kind of has a really easy way of going around the problem. The Minos simply uses a running mode and runs into him or runs away from him, and this way he can gain distance and just shoot him or whatever, or run over him with the running, you know? There are a few ways for the Minos to deal with this situation, but the Murometz doesn't have this running mode. He has the flight, but when the flight is on cooldown, it's difficult. And of course, also the other Titans have the same issue. And I think if they just walked over the enemy and did it like that, they should be able to just, you know, deal damage by running into them or walking over them. So this is the reason why everyone is running the Murometz now. It's the perfect Titan counter. It's the Titan. It's an anti-Titan Titan basically, and also very good against regular robots. That stealth. And by the way, it happened to me again. You see here, dude. Look at the bottom left. I'm giving movement inputs, but the Murometz has a really interesting bug right now. And I've read in the comment section that some of you guys have that too, that the Murometz somehow lands sometimes and then can't move. And then somehow suddenly it walks, he's able to walk again, but it can take up to a minute for you just standing around there doing nothing, and this is often you just die in the time when that happens, you know. You can, I think, get back into a flight a bit. Oh, Hawky boy, leave me alone. Here, I'm able to fire over this cover and not take any damage back. Let's get rid of the Hawk. This guy is a problem. I don't want Hawks on me. Stop with your shield. Die already, Hawk. Jesus. This guy. Did you see how long it took me to get this guy? It's just like 10 seconds of focus. But thankfully, I was able to get him. The Vengeance and Retaliator maybe would not have been accurate enough to deal this damage at that range. So, without flying here, this is again the problem I mean. Look, the Murometz would be safe behind that cover. But the Nodens somehow gets hit. Because every shot somehow hits the Nodens. It's so awkward. So, I want to give him and me a shield. That's why I'm walking towards him, so I can give him and me a shield. But he just walks away from it, so I can't keep it. I can't shield him. But we're taking down this here. Look, the enemy Titans, only the Arthur was able to really reliably hit me. The Nodens was not really able to hit me so well. Okay, so good moment here for the Murometz, but at the same time I was reloading through my entire flight ability. That sucks. I hate it. This reload is really such a nasty problem. I have the shield ready again already. Jeez, that's so quick. So dropping the shield of the Arthur here and now getting full on in his face. Doing as much damage as we can. Enemy Minos is up in the air. No, sorry, the enemy Ao Ming. So, reloading one last time. Starting to fly. Now it goes. Let's delete this Ao Ming immediately and then... Okay, the Nodens already got taken out. This, as I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is an anti-Titan Titan. and the reason why it is being played so much nowadays. And I enjoy it a lot. It's probably my most favorite Titan right now, even above some of the other more newer Titans. I like this one more. It's more fun to play right now, really, it is. And it's all about timing the ability right, that Blackout. So yeah, for now, this is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for being with me. You guys are awesome as always. Manni signing off.